Heart attack symptoms in women over 60, 50, 40 versus men, and anxiety. Every 60 seconds, a woman in the United States is rushed to the emergency room for a heart attack. Yet here's the kicker, nearly half of them will never feel that classic chest-clutching pain you see in movies. Instead, a woman in her 40s might just blame a queasy stomach on last night's questionable tacos. A 50-year-old could easily chalk jaw tightness up to nothing more than another stressful day. And that sexagenarian, she might decide the sweat on her neck is just another inconvenient hot flash. It's a silent, dangerous disconnect. Could you, or your mom, your wife, your best friend, truly tell the difference between a woman's heart attack, a man's, or just an anxiety spiral? Stick with me. The next few minutes could genuinely save a life. Meet the expert and the problem. I'm Dr. Maya Carter, a board-certified cardiologist at St. Luke's Women's Heart Center. For 15 years, I've been untangling the surprisingly sneaky ways heart attacks decide to show up in women. And honestly, the data keeps me awake at night. A staggering 64% of women who die suddenly from heart disease had no previous symptoms they recognized as cardiac. Why? Because female biology writes a completely different script for heart attacks, and for far too long, most of us simply haven't been taught how to read it. It's time to change that narrative. The Hollywood version, male symptoms. Let's start with the version everyone knows, the one Hollywood loves to dramatize. Men classically feel this crushing chest pressure, like an elephant decided to park itself right on their sternum. It can then radiate down the left arm or up into the jaw. It's sudden, it's dramatic, and frankly, it's pretty hard to ignore. That vivid image, unfortunately, becomes the benchmark most women measure their own discomfort against. And that's exactly why we often miss the much subtler yet equally deadly signals written in women's bodies. What a woman's heart attack can look like. Women often get what I call nausea plus. Picture this, you're just folding laundry, minding your own business, and suddenly you feel unusually wiped out, as if you've just sprinted up a dozen flights of stairs. A dull, persistent ache starts blooming between your shoulder blades, your jaw tingles oddly, and you're suddenly queasy without any good reason. Sound familiar? Notice there's no chest pain required here. In fact, studies from the Journal of the American Heart Association show that 53% of women never feel classic chest pain at all during a heart attack. Instead, it might be persistent indigestion that antacids don't touch, or a sudden, unexplained shortness of breath. Age breakdown. 40s, 50s, and 60s. Our bodies change, and so do the signals. In your 40s, estrogen is beginning its slow, graceful goodbye, which means your arteries can stiffen a bit faster. So if you're suddenly experiencing unusual, persistent fatigue, a new heaviness in your left arm, or indigestion that just won't quit, those should definitely raise red flags. Don't dismiss these as just getting older or too much coffee. By your 50s, postmenopausal changes really spike your risk. The protective effects of estrogen diminish, making heart health a top priority. You might notice you're suddenly short of breath climbing just one flight of stairs, or you're experiencing new sleep disturbances, or even those annoying mid-back spasms could be a symptom. It's also a crucial time to keep a close eye on blood pressure and cholesterol levels, as these risk factors become more pronounced. After 60, symptoms can intensify, but ironically, they can also become even more vague. Dizziness just from standing up, cold sweats when you're completely at rest, or swelling that leaves stubborn sock lines on your shins. These are all potential warning signs. The biggest danger here is denial. Too many women, even with these intensifying symptoms, still resist calling for help, often attributing it to age or minor ailments. Anxiety attack versus heart attack cheat sheet. This is a big one. How do you tell an anxiety surge from a cardiac crisis? It's tricky because they can share some symptoms. Typically, anxiety chest pain is sharp, stabbing, lasts only seconds, and often comes paired with a panicked thought loop. You might feel your heart racing, but the discomfort tends to be localized and fleeting. A heart attack, on the other hand, usually feels more like a pressure or a burning sensation, lasts at least several minutes, and might travel to your jaw, your arm, or your back, even while you're calmly watching television. The key difference is often the duration and nature of the discomfort and whether it radiates. When in doubt, please let the paramedics sort it out. They'd much rather reassure you on the curb than meet you in the cath lab when it's already too late. Seriously, don't play doctor with your own heart. If any combination of these symptoms, sudden unexplained fatigue, a new ache in your jaw or back, nausea, or shortness of breath strikes out of nowhere, you need to call 911 before you even finish this sentence. If you're not allergic, chew a full-strength aspirin. And here's a critical piece of advice. Do not drive yourself to the ER unless it is an absolute last resort. EMTs can start an EKG right there, give you oxygen, and alert the hospital to activate their code heart team while you're en route. Those precious minutes of pre-hospital care can make all the difference. Remember, minutes equal muscle. Every second counts when it comes to saving your heart. Quick recap for sharing. Let's boil it down. Men often feel the elephant, that unmistakable crushing chest pain. Women, however, often feel the swarm, a collection of nagging, shifting, and easily dismissed symptoms. It's easy to blame them on a bad dinner, looming deadlines, or even daylight savings. Age amplifies risk, yes, but recognition trumps age every single time. Please share this video with every woman you love, with your mother, your sister, your best friend, your daughter. This knowledge travels faster than ambulances, and it truly can save a life. Conclusion. Heart attacks don't read textbooks, and neither should you rely solely on outdated notions. Trust your body, question the subtle, and when seconds truly count, make the call. I'm Dr. Carter, reminding you, protecting your heart isn't just my job, it's your power. Embrace it.